back to the shop. It's day 6. Goals for today are to build something that looks like this. This is a very rough drawing with like minimum dimensions. Certainly not to scale, considering it was done with a pen and paper and no scale ruler. But first, before I can do that, I need to clean the shop and get rid of some of this junk. And, what am I going to build it out of? Wood. So, that means I buried my wood shop. So I need to move all these parts and, make it a wood shop again. Yeah, back and forth. Anyway, those are the goals for the day. If I can get to it, I would also like to start taking off this back shroud, because with that gone, then I can bolt it to this frame we're going to build. Oh, I didn't tell you what it is. Oh my gosh, so disorganized this morning. This frame is going to be a rotisserie. We're going to make this car into a chicken. Once the wheels are off and it's just the shell, this will mount on this rotisserie, and we'll be able to turn it sideways, flip it upside down, basically get access to the top, the bottom, the sides, without bending over, crawling under the car and trying to weld upside down and stuff like that. Much better for all the work we're going to do on this chassis, and it's not so difficult to build, especially because I was a carpenter. I've seen a lot of videos where guys are doing this out of like old bed frames and stuff, and all out of metal. A couple guys built them out of wood, and they were scared. Oh, it's wood. Is it going to hold it up? Well, first of all, this car is stripped down. It doesn't have the engine, which is about 2/3 of the weight. It doesn't have the outer body, which is another third, and it's not going to have the wheels, which is another third, and it's going to be light enough. This is going to be plenty strong to hold it up. Anyway, that's the goal for today. I'll take you along the steps as we progress. Wish me luck. Well, she's almost naked, well, except for her shoes. I got that back shroud off finally. Lots of aluminum rivets, especially along here, and then underneath there. Interesting aluminum rivets straight to steel. Didn't seem to have a problem with corrosion. That's interesting. You can see some of the work I have ahead of me. Luckily, that's just a flat panel, and I'm not sure how much Bondo's down in there. I have to dig around. Anyway, the shroud is over here. Rear shroud. Yes, shroud, I think that's the right word. It's a complicated piece. I've seen videos, it's made in like 8-10 pieces, welded all together. Something like that. Complicated work. It's aluminum, it's just like the front shroud. Yeah, so it's getting very close. Let me show you these. This is what I was making earlier. Well, on the front here, you have this piece that's bolted to the front. That bolt's going to go through one of the holes. We got this one for the back, and it's going to mount on the bumper mounts. And then you can just spin the car around, work on it wherever you need to. Put a clamp on it to keep it from rolling around. I think it might be too high. But I'm going to drill a series of holes, get it to the height I want to work on it. Anyway, I think I'm now going to jack up the back and take off the back wheels. Differential, springs, whole thing. I didn't notice this before. I've never seen a setup like this. The frame is underneath the differential. Usually they bow it so it goes over and the leaf spring goes under. I was just planning on taking the leaf spring off and dropping the whole differential, wheels and all, but that ain't gonna work. There's a frame in the way. I saw it before, I just didn't notice it. So I'm gonna take the wheels off and see what I can do. I just pulled out the drive shaft, and it's so cute. Look at this little guy. It's like 2 foot long. So cute. Anyway, fun underneath the car. Alright, so I've never taken off a wired wheel before, so I thought it'd be fun to do this together. It says undo that way. So I'm going to start with a rubber mallet. Nice and easy. Oh, that was easier than I thought. I guess you shouldn't drop these. Nice. Alright. There she goes. So this is the back passenger side. I just wanted to document the parking brake. I have the cable that comes through here, which looks pretty new. I guess it's been replaced. Then it goes to this, shows a spring, goes onto the brake. The other lever goes across the other spring. As I take all this off, I just want to make sure I have it documented for when it goes back together, so I know where to put stuff. Sorry if it's boring. Well, some more good news. I pulled the drums off to, because eventually it's going to have to come off. This one's leaking oil real bad, but the brakes look really good. It looks like the The cylinder's been replaced, and the pads have hardly any wear on them at all. Very, very nice. That's good news. I checked the drums as well. The surface is nice. No grooves or any of that. Well, it's the end of the day. I wanted a sit-down job, so I tore into the trunk. Got to sit down over there. There's a few holes. That big square one's supposed to be there, don't worry. This over here, not so much. This was all hidden, or tried to be repaired with this stuff. If you're ever doing this to a car, this is all filler. This is filler. This is almost a whole body panel made out of filler. Look at that. Just body replacement parts can't be as much as all this filler. This is actual metal. Again, it's the galvanized stuff that's it's held in there with one screw. If you're doing this to cars, stop. Just stop. Get help, please. I think I'm gonna call that a day. I didn't get everything done I wanted, but the differential sitting above the frame threw me a curve. It's gonna be a lot more work to take off than I expected. Anyway, I did get some unexpected stuff digging around in the trunk. Got that done. I got a good start on my my rotisserie. It was fun working in wood again. I like the smell of wood when it cuts. Wood over here is funny. You saw me cut down these 2x6s to make 2x4s. The dimensional lumber doesn't exist over here. If you go to different hardware stores, it's different sizes, and it's all in metric, and it's weird. So I basically make my own 2x4s. That's how I think. 2x4s and 4x4s, and it's all funny. So engineering-wise, these are approximate to 2x4s. Anyway, enough of that. What a day. Good day in the shop. Now it's time for the weekend. Have a beer.